Okay, so continuing with my couple of Christmas videos, this was the Xbox One Media Remote, which I bought some time ago. I was actually pretty disappointed with this thing because, first of all, I really felt that I shouldn't have had to pay for it. Something like this should have come with the system, especially when they decided that the Xbox One was going to be the center of your living room and it's supposed to be a multimedia console. Now, I do understand that they expected Kinect to be the way that you interact with the system, but I'm really disappointed that some small cheap Chinese made peripheral like this didn't come with the thing in the first place. So that's just that. So anyway, anybody who actually has one of these, me personally, I have a hard time actually forcing myself to go out and buy peripherals like this because I really feel that they're just nickel and diming me. But, you know, the company has to survive, whatever. So anyway, it uses two AAA batteries, and basically there's like some kind of motion sensor or something in this thing. Now, I've had this thing for almost 3 years. There's some type of motion sensor, and every single time you just shake it, light comes on. And I never understood why they had designed it that way, because I really don't see it makes any sense or whatever. So as you can see, it's a very, very cheap, small, basic remote. It's held up very well. The material that they use to make these things actually has held up pretty well over the years, because I think I've had this thing for about, give or take, 2 years, something close to that, or whatever. The material hasn't ripped or torn with regular use. So it's actually been a pretty decent remote. My biggest problem with it is that obviously you can't type in individual number buttons, for one. And then on top of that, some of the symbols get really confusing. Like this one and this one, that's the Xbox One guide button, I believe. And this one right here is the One guide. Either that or this is some... I don't even know. I don't know what they call these things. I don't know if that's called share or what. But whatever. Because of these symbols, it was always kind of, you know, dicey to use. It's like sometimes I'd want to go straight to my favorites. I'd try to push this and, you know, it would go to the One guide, but it wouldn't go exactly where I want it. Then there's this button right here, which, to tell you the God's honest truth, I don't know exactly what that button does. It's kind of like select and start like on the original consoles, but whatever. Anybody who has this knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's a little bit confusing. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't have enough features on it. And I really think that Xbox One's designers, from like day one, they should have had a better remote like available for you to purchase from day one. They should have, but they didn't. So, you know, that's what happens when you're importing all your stuff from China. So anyway, now I will introduce you to what I purchased today. I was at GameStop, and I happened to see this remote that I had first seen at Walmart. This is the TALON Media Remote for Xbox. Poor Xbox, because everything's written in French. So anyway, this remote requires two AAA batteries, and it comes with two AAA batteries, so I don't actually have to use this Duracell pack. I'm going to take a look what kind of batteries they give you, because if they don't give you Duracells, I'll just use the Duracells I already have. And I'll just keep theirs. I'll put those somewhere else, use them in a different remote. So anyway, this remote is a large remote, a fully featured remote, and it's designed to take advantage of your Blu-ray controller, and it's designed to pretty much cover all of the features that I felt were lacking in this remote right here. Now, there's nothing wrong with this remote. I'm going to actually take this and put it away. You know, I don't know. Maybe if I get another Xbox for my office or something, I'll take this one to the office. Because I hate having to buy these peripherals, because then you end up with like so much plastic stuff in your house, and everything's all boxed up and plasticky. But it's a really nice remote on the picture. So let's see how it looks once you take it out. So this is the remote. It comes with this nice booklet, which is most likely to help you figure out what your TV codes are or whatever. Hopefully there's a feature that allows you to control your audio-video system. You know, I have my Xbox One designed or programmed to tell my audio-video system to turn on and off when it turns on and off. But because I have a PlayStation 3 hooked up to the same television, that can get kind of annoying, because if the Xbox turns off, it turns everything off with it. So I had actually told it not to do that. So inside the box, we have the PK cells, which is basically some cheap-ass Chinese-made battery, which, just like the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, will explode and light your car on fire and burn your children to death. Now, these are the smaller cells. These aren't the ones they use in the Samsung, because those actually have like over 3,000 milliamps. But that doesn't mean that they're any less dangerous. This right here is some cheap-ass shit that should have never been allowed in, but thanks to Bill Clinton and his NAFTA program, they are. PK cell. You ain't never heard of no bullshit like that. So whatever. These, what I think the smart thing to do is probably take these buddies right into the trash. But then again, you're not supposed to dispose of batteries in the trash because those shits can explode. So I'm going to use these safer to use, high quality controlled Duracell batteries. I'm not putting that cheap Chinese made shit in my fucking remote. So anyway, here you go. Here's my remote. Got a new remote. Oh, that's my OneDrive. Okay. Here's my remote. The Xbox button, obviously this isn't official because that Xbox button looks like a goddamn sticker. So this is not the official remote. But it has a very, very similar quality feel to the old remote right there. It has a very, very high quality feel to it, just like that. So in a little while, I get to see how it watch. And the X, Y, B, and A buttons, and let's see, the touchpad, it pretty much feels exactly like the old one. I don't know if it lights up when you shake it, but any remote that they make should light up, because when you're using these things in the dark, got to be able to see the buttons in the dark, you know. Okay, so let's open back it. Cover slides up and off just like the old remote's back does, and you can take it off just like that. It has 2 spaces to fit the batteries. They do not fit directly together. I'm not sure why they made it 2 compartments, but they did. You just stick those on there, and then you stick this there, and then that's it, and it snaps right back. So look at this. Lights up as soon as you touch it. Whose idea was that? As soon as you touch it, lights up. Everything except for the guide button. See, with this one, as soon as it lights up, you see the guide button. You know, this one right here is a goddamn sticker. No light. Now, why is it that Microsoft didn't engineer this themselves? Why is it that they didn't engineer this themselves? I don't know. And it's funny because it looks, like you can tell that this is a third-party product. You know, right away you can tell it's made by PDP. The thing about it is, for such a high-quality product that seems to be licensed by Xbox, why didn't they just design a light just like this to put on here? It's hard to tell. These people, they get away with murder all the time. Yeah. So now you get all these features that you didn't get before. So you get the numerical keypad, the clear button. All of this comes in handy when I want to go from channel to channel real quickly. And you get record. I don't know if that'll work as in like Xbox record that, so I'll have to find out. But I'm guessing that most of those things are designed to allow you to do stuff with the Blu-ray player. And I'll tell you, now first of all, there's a lot of people arguing with me about which one's better, PS4 or Xbox One. I love Xbox One way more than PlayStation, so let's just get that out of the way right now. What I can say is that I'm disappointed that Xbox One out of the box wasn't a personal DVR. Now, the hard drive that it came with was only a 512 gigabyte, which they quickly upgraded to 1 terabyte and then 2 terabyte when they made the S model. But in my opinion, from out of the box on day one, I should have been able to plug a portable hard drive to it and use it as a DVR. I should have been able to use it as a DVR from day one. And for them to not have that where you can record what you're watching, that right there is one of the biggest balls they dropped. Because me personally, I could care less how much it cost. I could care less about Kinect. But I should have been able to use that damn thing as a DVR from day one. So hopefully, PlayStation next time around, they'll be smart and they'll make an HDMI pass-through so you can use your PlayStation to watch television. And hopefully these people won't be so hard on us about being able to use our systems as a DVR. You should be able to DVR stuff. So guess what? The remote really doesn't tell you a lot when it comes to the what is it called? The instructions. It basically just tells you the basics about what you need to know. So it tells you like pretty much the names of the buttons, which are all buttons without labels. But yeah, the TV show button, 1 guide is 10. So basically that's, what's that button? That is 8. 8 is the menu button, so they call that the menu button. What's that? 2 is the view button. I didn't know they called that view. I thought that was the share button like on PlayStation 4. Then you got these two right here. It looks like picture in picture. That's 5 and 11. 5 is the movie button. 11 is TV shows. So this is movies, TV shows. So that's pretty interesting. So for, you know, $20, that's what you get. So let's test it out on the Xbox One. Okay, so this is the remote. You can't even see the guide button. Can't even see it. So my 50-inch 4K Vizio shuts on. That's my bedroom television. And now my stereo amplifier doesn't automatically shut on because I disconnected it. I told the system that I didn't want it on. So maybe I can change that right now. I think I gotta go home. Yeah, I could go, well, you know, I could program it to function that way right now. So it says all settings. You gotta go to all settings. And then you go to tell it to toggle the audio video on when everything comes on. So it's power and startup. So you go to power, mode, and startup, and this, that, and other. So yeah, this remote feels exactly like the old one in terms of materials. One thing I do notice is the lights shut off a lot quicker, and that can be a pain in the ass if you're trying to read the pad. But what I do like is you can see that there's a closed caption button. Shit, you see how I gotta keep turning the goddamn thing on by touching it, or I gotta shake it. If I keep shaking it, it'll keep it on. It's ridiculous. I think the timeout is a little too short. So anyway, TV and audio, video options. If I go here, I can make it toggle everything on. So I could say, yes, when Xbox turns on, send the audio receiver to toggle. Might as well. But see, the only problem is if I'm playing PlayStation 3, the problem is I have to turn on the PlayStation 3 without turning on the Xbox, so I have to turn everything on by itself. So anyway, but this just makes it so everything comes on when I want everything to come on. So as you can see, let me turn my audio system on. So you hear some music. And so basically, if I go down, you can see the games that I've been playing. It didn't sign in, so I have to sign myself in. Yeah, that's my audio amplifier, recorder, and everything you hear booting up. I think the fan may be a little old, so eventually I'm probably gonna get another one because I just bought that damn thing. But well, not just. I think I had it like 2 years or something. But I think it's either the fan or it's the fact something's laying on top of it. So ignore that. So anyway, I played Resident Evil 7. I've been playing Blood Dragon. It's pretty easy. It's not hard, so it's actually a pretty easy game just to play through. It's kind of decent. The colors kind of give me a headache when I was playing it. But these are the games I've basically been playing right now. I downloaded some other ones on Xbox Live. I just didn't feel like playing them. Okay, so as far as the number buttons go, you just type 6. What is this? You could just type. You know what? I don't know if typing is working. Let's see what happens. Xbox, watch MSNBC.
Because I like the way fastest man.
Oh, the Martian's on. I don't know if I can just type, or at least I don't know what I have to point out. Oh, okay, it does work. So if I type 666, let me type something else. It's like 821. But see, I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. There's no channel 666 apparently. I think they took it out. Oh yeah, I don't pay for college football. I don't watch sports, and I'm not paying for those packages. I get all the movie channels though. It costs me $185 per month to have every single channel except for sports, because I didn't ask for sports, but I get all the movie channels. So $185 a month for 3 set-top boxes on Fios.
To a maximum. He would give a very accurate and detailed précis of the novel.
Alright, let's see. Okay. There we go. Game of Thrones.
Shugger and Gunther refused to pay.
When soldiers lack discipline, the fault lies with their...
That's right, Tyrion. You tell him.
That's detrimental to the war effort.
There will be no more discussion on the matter.
Baelor. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to show you. Golden Crown. Season 1. They're in Season 1. So I guess they're showing all the episodes right up until it gets time to start the new season of Game of Thrones. I think it's about time that show comes to some type of end, because otherwise they're going to just jump the shark. Ocean's 13. Yeah, so as you can see, on the movie channels, they work just fine. The number pad works just fine. Let's see if the closed caption button on here, there's a closed caption button. Closed caption, let's see if that works. No, it doesn't seem to work. Not sure why. So how about the guide button? Let's see about that. Okay, the guide button works. That's a good thing. Guide button works. Okay, let's see about this movie button. Oh, the movie button works. Ooh, I got a movie button. So I can go straight to Deadpool. Magnificent 7. Okay, how about TV show button? TV show button. Let's see if that works. Okay, TV show button works. Okay, so that's pretty much what it's supposed to do. I don't think the record button does anything. Yeah, that doesn't do nothing. Yeah, so basically that's it. Nice and simple. Oh, there's a decimal button. I don't know what that does. I don't think it does anything. And there's the Y and the B and the A buttons. Those don't seem to do anything, but the back button does. So basically, the best thing I can tell you is that the timeout for the light is a little too short. The X, Y, and B and A button do not light up. The guide button at the very top of the remote does not light up. So those are some things you may want to think about if you are considering getting one of these remotes and you see this one in GameStop. But it was a $20 remote, and it seems to work okay, and I'm pretty sure it'll probably last. So that's it for this review. Xbox, go home.